Kelvin said that Reed is probably the calmest guy in these big games, and that Kelvin is probably the most wired guy.
He said, who's the calmest?
Reed. And that Kelvin is probably the most amped up in these big games. Is that accurate?
This is one where we'll learn about each other. Who's amped up, who's calmed down. Like, this is the kind of game you do that with. And so we'll see. And they're going to come in, they're terrific. They're a top 10 team. Lawson's as good as we're going to play against. And he's averaging 25 and 15 the last 5 games. Guard play is good. They shoot the ball with Vic. I mean, they kind of play like us. They're not going to shoot as many threes, but they attack that rim and they rebound the ball. My staff said, well, they're only, and they're picking on them. And I said, they're a top 10 defensive team. What do they do well to be a top 10 defensive team? Don't tell me they can't do this and they're top 10. So, we know they're going to be good, and I just want to see where we are at this point against that kind of team.
Do you hope that you can? Lawson's maybe the best player on the floor, but do you hope that because of their sort of lack of numbers inside and your maybe wealth of numbers, you can throw a bunch of fresh legs at him over and over and over again?
What I've seen, he's playing 30 minutes, 38 minutes a game. He's averaging 25 and whatever, 15, at 29 and 18 last game, and they threw 6 different guys at him, so I'm not sure that's affecting him.
John, it may be obvious, but why is this a good game to get a real good feel for your team?
Because this is a team you'll be playing. If you are lucky enough to get in the tournament and advance, at some point you're playing a team like this, and let's see how good we are. And right now, again, them being more of a veteran team, they'll be a little bit advanced, what they're running, their execution, probably sustaining effort, where we still have those breakdowns and let teams back in the game. We do it, and at some point they're going to learn it's going to end your season if you play that way. But it'll be a great challenge for us.
Has Kansas come to feel like a conference game for you? I mean, you've played them every year now for basically every year.
I don't know if we played them every year, but this challenge has given us that game. We play them in the champions, so every 3rd year. So
the numbers say you made a lot of improvement defensively. Where have you made that improvement? What's behind that?
Mainly on the ball. I said we were playing a pickup game down in the Bahamas, and everybody got excited. We were playing 19-year-olds that couldn't beat us on the dribble, and the ones that could did. We were getting beat on straight line drives 25 times a game, and I kept saying, you can't play this way. So it wasn't what we've been doing offensively, it was that we couldn't guard anybody, and the main reason we couldn't stay in front of anybody. So now we're starting to learn what a college team has to do to defend and be in games, and we're starting to get better. They're also, because they're being more confident defensively, they're becoming more confident offensively, because they're not getting smashed. They're just getting drive and dunk on you. Wow, watch me down the other end. It doesn't happen that way. And so now you're going to play a team that is trying to drive the ball. They're going to ball fake you, they're going to drive the ball, they're going to drive the ball, or they're going to throw it to Lawson. Vic can make threes, make shots. He could go for 30. But you know what they do. They want breakouts. They want to get those kind of baskets, the same stuff that Auburn did. Second half, we broke down and gave Auburn a chance. We made probably 5 baskets in transition, 6. They didn't have any in the first half. So, we know that that's what this team does. Look, again, they're a top 10 team. Last time I think they were in this building, they beat us, I believe. So they're not like coming in here afraid.
Okay. Callan, all 3 of their losses, the point guards had at least 5 turnovers. Is that a challenge?
Their point guard?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know.
Is that a challenge for Ashton? Seems to be something he's pretty good at.
Yeah, but again, like I said, he's just got to play how he's been playing. They may have to. You may have to make a shot. Historically, they'll throw junk defenses at us, a bunch of one to try and go into a funky zone to try to get you off pace. So hopefully we'll be prepared for that. But he's going to have to keep playing how he is, keep pushing the pace. being a creator of shots for us. You know, he's been getting 4 to 5 turnovers a game himself. So,
John, I saw your tweet about game day tomorrow morning. Are you concerned at all about the fans coming out for that?
well, the only thing you're concerned about is the parking and all to get to the arena, and it's like crazy right now. I mean, you know, someone says, well, the crowd's late arriving. Yeah, they've been here 30 minutes. They can't get in the building. Been in, so that's made it tough. But no, I think our fans are coming. You know, just reminding them, you know, it's a big deal. Let's take advantage of it.
John, yesterday on the teleconference, you used the word vulnerable. You said your team was vulnerable. What did you mean with that?
Just that we're playing a really good team. We're vulnerable to that. Let's see how we do.
How do you think you guys will match up if they go to 4 guards with PJ and Reed or whoever the 2?
Yeah, we could go with Keldon at 4. We could do that one big and Keldon at 4 and play. So we have stuff in that if we need to go that route, we can do it.
You're still working on that puzzle about EJ.
He's better. Last game was better. And this game will be a roughhouse game. It's the only thing between him and breaking through and people saying, oh my gosh, like you can't get knocked down, you can't, it's a dog fight, you got to grab ball, you can't fumble a rebound because it got rough. Bring him in, because our whole team said, I said, well, how are his skills? Off the charts. So it has nothing to do with your skill. How he's defensively guarding the ball. Pretty good. Blocking shots. So what's the difference? What's keeping him where he is? What's taking away his confidence? He's getting roughed up. But every team we played for the last 10 years has said the same thing. They got young players, rough them up. Be physical. And so our guys over a period of time have had to learn to play that way because they're coming in with that idea.
Has Reed been a good answer to that this year for you, to have at least
Yeah, I
have,
just
that
wish-
one guy that can do the
Yeah, I just
do the
wish,
back?
I think Williams had 23 foul shots. I think they're exactly the same kind of player. Throwing the ball a lot, he just doesn't seem to get 23 foul shots. He gets usually 1 or 2.
Why is that?
I have no idea.
Grant Williams is pretty crafty in
He
the
is,
post.
he is.
You know.
He's a very good player. He's a very good player, 23 foul shots.
I know you don't like your guys to derive their confidence and dictate their energy on the other end by how they play offensively, but it seems like when PJ does get going early offensively, it sets a tone for him. Do you at
Well,
some
he's
point
going to
have
be
to
guarding
go?
a guy that can really bounce the ball. And if you're getting beat and grabbing and holding, you're not going to be confident offensively. And if you're like what you didn't bring out, again, basketball-wise, if you saw him run that floor in this game, we put it on tape. If you're that fast, why don't you run that way all the time? Well, that builds your confidence. Don't run. That's hard. I'm not running that hard every time. Shoot. Run that way every single time when you can't take yourself out. Same with Kelvin. He ran so hard that last game, we showed him on tape. This is how fast you are. I can't believe you're that fast. Why don't you run like that if you can run like that? Whew, it's hard. I'd rather jog the court and say no one's throwing me the ball. I mean, all this stuff, the energy you play with is your responsibility. You can't expect coaches to bring it out of you, or you're responsible for that. And this is a game. If I have to talk energy, we have no shot at winning the game. This will be an energy game.
You've now had game day here several times. Have you found at all that it impacts the players and just their mentality day to game?
I don't think so. They don't go down there. They don't see it. I don't think it does. But it's great for our fans. It's great for the people to see. You know, it's funny. That building, whatever in it, most of them do not have tickets to the game. And then there'll be 24,000 at the game, and whatever 20,000 is at that thing. You think about it in one day. Pretty big deal.
What makes Bill a good coach? What are his teams traditionally good at doing?
They don't beat themselves, and they always think they have a chance to win. And so you watch, you know, a lot of close games. They make plays. I can still remember the kid make the 3 in the far corner against us, and we're going to beat them in Lawrence. They're not afraid to make the plays, and they expect to make the plays. Usually they feed off the coach with that kind of stuff.
Couple more guys.
PJ hit 3 threes in the last game. Is that something you're going to kind of encourage him to do a little bit more, or is it just going to be the feel of the game?
It's you know, he's shooting 40% from the three, over 40%. So, you know, if he's open from three, that's fine. But I would also say if you're open and the guy's running at you and the lane's open, go dunk the ball. Just go dunk the ball. I mean, he is so skilled. He is athletic and long. Be that guy. Be the best player in the country. Now, I understand every time when you do that, you got to try to do it every time. It's really hard to live up to that. But that's a challenge. That's where you're conquering yourself. You're trying to compete against yourself. And that's all we're trying to get that message to them. Let's be who you're capable of being. And it's hard. It's not going to be easy. It's a dog fight. It's you know, just trying to get them in that frame of mind.
Last one.
Is it his DNA out?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's in there. He just, to be consistent with it means being in great shape, staying focused, not having one play affect the next. You make a bad play, don't act like, well, I don't care now, I'm going to be cool. You can't do that. If I make a bad play, when I had Derrick Rose, if he made a bad play or you stole the ball from him, he blocked your shot down every time, not 80% of the time. You stole the ball or he did something or threw a wing pass away and that guy's breaking away for a layup, he pinned that on the backboard. That's how he was. He just, you're not doing this. And it was never, I'm going to be cool. And we got to get a team full of guys. Look, you make mistakes, you turn it over, bang, I'm telling you, you miss a shot, next shot, just think, shoot it straight. Don't think anything else. So we got a good group. This will be a great challenge, and it's a great experience for our guys, and you know, we'll see how we do.
Thanks, everyone.
Guys.